Hey everyone. Yesterday I made a move on a honey producer here in my apiary. I didn't have any more comb equipment, so I did a minimal checkerboarding with a box of bare frames. You can see it right there on top. I didn't even bother painting it right now. The colony needed some equipment, so I put it on them because they are making honey. Well, today I was able to free up a box of comb from a client's hive that, I let them borrow my box. And so now I'm going to show you, how you can change things up if you decide to, change strategies, change gears in the middle of something, and how to make it simple. So stick around. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Hive Doctor. First, let me show you what I did yesterday, and it'll make more sense to you guys why I want to change it up. So I didn't have any more comb equipment. This colony, I had given this box here because they were getting packed full of honey, and I didn't have any more drawing equipment. So I put together this box up top here with bare frames. But sometimes a colony just doesn't want to work into bare frames and do the work necessary to get it drawn. So I took a couple of frames out of this box and moved them up into the center of this one as bridge comb so that the bees would come up, as you can see here. And since these frames are already familiar to them, they smell like home, they would more readily come up into this box and start working their way out and drawing these frames. Now that's still a great strategy, but I was able to just free up a box of comb from one of my boxes that I had on my client's bees. So here it is. I'm going to do this because remember the goal of my hives for my clients is to make honey. So now I've got that up there. I'm going to bring this here and put these two frames back up in here. Now that means I got to take two of these frames out because I still have the two frames down here that are bare. I'm just going to leave those there. So what I'm going to do is take the two frames that have the least amount of comb on them, which is this one, and that's pretty much it. So since this is a 9 frame, I'm going to make it a 10 frame so that I'm not pulling out any frames of comb. So here's my frame I'm putting back in. It's going to go right up here in the middle. So I'm going to bring 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's frame number 9. And here's frame number 10. You can see they're capping it quite nicely. And now so here's my two bridge frames that originally came from this box, but we took them out of this, put them up here, turn this back into a 10 frame box instead of 9, so that I don't have to bring out any more frames of comb and put it in this box. Now this box will just be bare foundation. So now this colony can get to work on filling this super. And my frames look pretty much spaced out. And so now what I'm going to do is I've got this frame back in here. I'm going to do this to get the frames fairly evenly spaced. Pop it on top because why store it if the bees might use it? May as well store it on the bees during a honey flow. So that's what I'm going to do. If they use it, they use it. If they don't, then I'll just put it on them for the next flow, which is our summer flow of sourwood. Either way, they're set up. I don't have to worry about anything. Actually, one thing I do have to worry about, since these are bare frames, I need to make sure they're not evenly spaced out. They need to be tight together so that they draw this comb evenly instead of that wonky comb that they like to do sometimes. Okay, now we got it. I just racked my frames, very similar to when you're racking the balls for billiards. All right, so this one's set up. Let's take a look at the hive down here on the hill. Ooh, there's a hive beetle. Dead. Let's check out their top box I gave them because they needed room. Even though they swarmed I still put another box of comb on top of them. The reason I was able to take this one today from that colony from my client is because that hive swarmed, and I could tell that their production had been slowed dramatically because they lost, at least half of their field force. And so I knew they weren't going to fill this box. That's why I was able to take it away from them. That way they can focus on what they do have left and hopefully fill that up during the rest of the flow. So this colony that swarmed down here, they had to make their own queen. Let's see how they're doing in their top box. Got plenty of bees up here. I can already look down in between the frames and tell that at least from these middle 6 to 7 frames, they've been whitening the comb on. Let's pull the middle one because that'll show the most productivity so that we can see how this is coming along. Oh yeah, that's got some weight to it. So they're definitely storing the nectar. Both sides. Haven't started capping anything yet. But I also know from the gauge of knowing when I put this on them to how much time we have left in the flow that they won't need any more room. Let's pop this box and just give a peek underneath to see how they're progressing down in this next one. Got a stuck frame. There we go. Oh yeah. Well, my phone got way too hot in the sun and it went into emergency mode and shut down on me. So I had to come over here in the shade to finish up. Anyways, I was trying to show you guys that next box down, they were starting to cap the honey really well. So they may make us a couple of supers worth of honey. Of course, I wouldn't take all of that. But I also know that I have a little bit of lenience to work with since we have another flow after this one within 2 weeks. So we got a 2-week period of nothing in between flows. So I know they won't starve. It's a great time to be able to take a little bit more sometimes, but you have to be careful because you don't know if that second flow is going to really produce or not. So anyways, that was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it and that your bees are making honey soon or now. That you have a great harvest. Thanks for joining me in this video. Hive Doctor out.